Direct contempt. Direct contempt is committed in the presence of or so near a court or judge that it obstructs or interrupts court proceedings. Examples: disrespectful behavior toward the judge, shouting or creating disturbance during hearing, refusing to answer lawful questions, insulting the court inside the courtroom. Nature: punished summarily, immediately. No need for formal charge or hearing because the judge personally witnessed the act. Purpose: to immediately preserve order and authority in court. Example: a lawyer angrily shouts at the judge during trial and refuses to stop despite warnings. The judge may immediately cite the lawyer in direct contempt.
In the case of Bakuli versus Belen, prosecutor Jorge D. Bakuli filed administrative complaints against Judge Medel Arnaldo B. Belen after the judge cited him for direct and indirect contempt in two criminal cases, People versus Capacete and People versus Estacio. Judge Belen found that Bakuli's motions and pleadings contained statements attacking the integrity and authority of the court. Because of these allegedly disrespectful and offensive statements, Bakuli was declared guilty of direct contempt and later indirect contempt. Bakuli argued that the contempt proceedings violated due process and were motivated by personal hostility because he had earlier recommended filing a libel case against the judge. Issue: whether Judge Belen committed misconduct or acted improperly in citing Bakuli for direct contempt. Ruling number: the Supreme Court dismissed the administrative complaints against Judge Belen. The court held that Bakuli failed to prove bad faith, malice, or corrupt motive on the part of the judge. Judges are presumed to have regularly performed their official duties and acted within their jurisdiction unless proven otherwise. The contempt proceedings were justified because the prosecutor's pleadings contained language considered insulting and disrespectful to the court. In this case, Judge Belen considered Bakuli's pleadings and motions as directly attacking the court and therefore punishable as direct contempt. The court emphasized these presumptions. Official duties are presumed regularly performed. A judge is presumed to act lawfully within jurisdiction. Since Bakuli only made allegations without evidence of bad faith, Judge Belen could not be held administratively liable.
Indirect contempt. Indirect contempt refers to acts committed outside the presence of the court, which tend to impede, obstruct, or degrade the administration of justice. Examples: disobedience of a lawful court order, improper conduct obstructing justice, publishing statements attacking the court while a case is pending, refusal to comply with subpoena, unauthorized practice or interference with court processes. Nature requires a written charge or petition, notice, and hearing. Example: SBMA versus Rodriguez. The case involved a charge of indirect contempt against SBMA officers for refusing to comply with an RTC-issued TRO ordering the release of a rice shipment. Under Rule 71, indirect contempt includes disobedience to a lawful court order. However, the Supreme Court held that the SBMA officers were not guilty of indirect contempt because they acted in good faith, believing that the Bureau of Customs still had exclusive jurisdiction over the shipment due to an existing warrant of seizure and detention. Their refusal to follow the TRO was therefore not considered willful or contumacious disobedience.
We are Group 3! We are Group 3!